Hello, everybody, and welcome to an episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. I'm SoCal Thero, and today I thought I'd change things up a little bit and play a game that I've been enjoying playing for quite a while now, and been investing a lot of time in. I don't remember the exact hours that I have on the game, but I know Steam calculates that, so I'll try to look that up for you. But I really been enjoying this game as long as I've had it, and they've come out with a lot of updates since it originally came out, which is when I got it, and there's been a lot of mods added to it as well. So it kind of piqued my interest again to get back into it. I kind of have an order here what I planned on working on for this series, just to see how the series does on the channel. But let me know in the comments below what you guys think, if you'd like to see more of this, regardless, or hit that like button to let me know as well. So the cars that I have so far, this is completely stripped out because I got nothing on it other than an engine. That's what this engine is over here. It's a V6 engine, which doesn't make sense for the car, but I guess, I mean, as long as it works as far as visually appealing goes. It's a forget which year Evo 10. Let me see now. It doesn't say. Okay, well, it's a 2008 to 2015 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 10. It's a right-hand drive car too, so it's just sitting over here right now. Second car, if you couldn't guess it, you probably aren't into cars then already, because I left it pretty much together how I got it out of the junkyard. But it's a the 2002 Nissan Skyline R34 GTR. So that'll be the second car that I plan on working on. The third car, of course, if you watch LSPDFR, you should know this car very well, is a 2011 Ford CBPI Crown Vic. I do plan on turning it into an actual like police interceptor. I know I have a livery on there for it, so we'll probably use that. And then finally, onto a project car that is actually a project car of mine in real life. One of these days, I'm going to get back to working on it again. It's a 1999 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 6. I believe it's not a Tommy Mackin edition. Let me see. I don't think the guy put... Yeah, it's just a regular Evo 6. Obviously, it's got some aftermarket rally stuff on it that I'll probably just strip off because I like the stock factory look of these things. So this will be another car that I work on as well. Whether it makes it on the channel or not, I don't know yet, just due to the popularity with the game. So all that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get the Evo 10 started here. Obviously I got the engine out of it already because the engine's sitting over there. I'm gonna start getting the body cleaned up on this car. Oops. Gotta get used to this game again. So we're gonna go ahead and get the body fixed, and then also we're going to clean the interior and get those out of the way. So lit, there it is. God damn, could have done without that stupid shit in there, but oh well. So car's pretty much cleaned up now itself. I just gotta take the suspension and everything out of it. It's just a rolling chassis at this point. Yeah, let's lift it up in the air. You gotta click on it to see all the components in there, which you can't see anyways. Okay. Well, that's up in the air. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start disassembling the motor out of it. I picked this car up because well, one is an Evo 10, and before you ask, I really was looking for a Evo 8 or an Evo 9, so it'd be similar to what I own personally, but I could not find one online. That was a mod, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do an Evo 10. And then when I saw the Evo 6 on there, and I was like, oh, okay, well, I'll take that. But obviously the Evo 6 is a lot more popular than the Evo 5, which, if you didn't know either, the Evo 5 is actually what I'm building in real life. And then, of course, CVPI, just because, I mean, hell, we got LSPDFR on the channel. And everybody loves Crown Vics, including myself. Yeah, we're gonna take this motor apart right now. Didn't really got my interest when Jeff Favignano used to play it a little, well, not a little while, but a while back. He checked it out, took a look at it, tried it out, see how it was. And that's what made me buy the game. I want to say probably about like 6 or 7 months ago. Don't exactly recall at this current time when I got this game. I got it probably about a week or two before it came, or a week or two after it came out. After I saw what it was about, and I was like, oh, I'd definitely get into that. And then I had just been grinding and playing this game for a really long time, like I said. This is one of those things that really piqued my interest. Little extra detail too. I used to be a mechanic when before I worked at the warehouse I worked at now, and then the company I used to work with prior. I used to be a car mechanic there. I didn't do big jobs like frickin' diesel engines and tune-ups and stuff like that. I did mostly like the little piddly shit that people didn't like doing. So like I did like front end work, like brakes, rotors, stuff like that. Also like wheel off. I'll probably get criticized a bit too, by the way, for not 5-starring it, but I mean, it's a game. We're just trying to crank through this stuff here. But yeah, I didn't do like those big jobs for cars in real life. It was mostly like brake pads, rotors, oil changes, oil filter changes, just stuff like that. Just real fiddly stuff. After I stopped doing that, I dabbled in other stuff too, like body work, like body shop work, like repairing body panels and whatnot. That was something I started to get the hang to. So when I saw this game, I was like, oh, let me see how accurate it is. It's not. I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not the most accurate thing in the world. It's not like you're actually tearing down a car like it is in real life, but there is some aspects of it that are very similar to it. So you gotta go, if you don't have this game and you're thinking about getting it, you gotta go into it with that state of mind that it's not gonna be a direct simulation, because it's gotta appease people at the same time. But at the same time though too, it does cover a lot of basics that another game that has you working on cars may or may not cover. Also, one of the things that's new to this game and is new to me, I've never known this until recently, was they came out with an update that like gives you a slew of aftermarket parts that you can put on your cars now, and that was not a thing when I first started playing this game. Also, there's a dyno shop, or not shop, but like a dyno room. It's over there in the corner. That was just a prop when I first got this game and was playing it and grinding through it. So there's a lot that's changed since I last played this game. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. All of the cars in the garage right now that I said in the intro that I'm gonna work on, I plan on keeping all of these. So I'll probably be doing a lot of the performance upgrades to them, even the CVTI, just to see how crazy it'd be to have a Ford Crown Vic that's like completely hooked up. However they do it, we'll see how they do it. I'm just guessing anyways, but I'm sure that most of the aftermarket parts and the fast parts and everything are going to be on the V8 engine, which that means this Evo, and I don't know what my Evo 6 over there has as far as the engine goes from the game. I mean, I know what it has in real life. In real life, it's 4-cylinder, but so is this thing, and yeah, you can see it's got the V6 engine that I pulled out of it. So, I mean, if that's what the guy did to make it so when you were looking at the car, it didn't look like it was not believable as far as the engine goes, then I'm okay with it. I don't care. I mean, I think the V6 is the only engine that has an intercooler option on it, so maybe that's why he did it, because I mean, obviously Evos have intercoolers on them because they're turbocharged in real life. So for those of you that don't know, and you're wondering about my fascination with Evos, I do own two Mitsubishis myself personally. I have a Mitsubishi Evo 9 MR in white, which that's probably what color this thing's gonna be, because I can't find an Evo 9. So I have one in white, and then I have a 1997 Mitsubishi Mirage. In the US it's a Mirage, but I plan on converting it into what this is over here somewhat. It's gonna be a 1998 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution 5. Looks like the exhaust, there is no exhaust system on this car to work. That's fine with me. So we got that taken apart now. The car is completely apart. I'm gonna start separating the parts off of it. I don't plan on using any of this though. I'll probably just sell those as is. I don't feel like repairing them or anything. And it just, when you start separating wheels and tires, and with the amount of time I played this game, I've just gathered so much inventory of parts that my game can't hang, or my computer can't hang with it anymore. It just starts, it gets really bad frames when I do it. So we're gonna just go through right now. I'm gonna burn through all of these real quick on the repairs. We're not gonna separate wheels and tires. I plan on buying new wheels and tires anyways, because it's using the generic wheels that you use on like a CVPI. I saw the CVPI uses the same rims and like some off-road tires, so I didn't want to use CVPI rims on this thing. In fact, I didn't even look to see what it is. Use a 15-inch rim? What the hell? Evos of that year have an 18-inch rim. So, I don't know. I think for compatibility purposes, we'll have to run with a 15-inch rim, even though it's not legit at all to a real Evo. Ooh. Man, I've got a Pagani wheel on an Evo. That might look pretty good. Those look pretty similar to the Evo's rims, but they're for a Jeep, and it says Jeep on it. I wouldn't feel good. I mean, at least on the Pagani, it's dark enough you probably couldn't tell what it was. So let's see here. What else do we got option wise? Zonda rims, but there's a front and a rear. I don't know if I want to do those, because that sounds like it might be a little complicated. I think we're gonna do this. I think we're gonna do 4 of these. 2, 3, 4. And that's expensive. $3,500 for those. And then for the tires, oh, I forgot what I had. It said off-road tire B, I think. Whoops, and then I click back into it again. Yeah, that's an off-road tire B. And it's a 215 65 15. Whoops. That's 215 65 15. If I could find off-road B, it's in alphabetical order. So 215 65 15. We need 4 of them. So $1,300 in that. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and start mounting the wheels up here. Oh, there we go. There we go. I can't wait to work on that Skyline. I love the R34 Skyline. That'd be a great vehicle to work on. Whoops, not take apart. Install. There we go, and this will probably not be totally legit at all, doing both at the same time. Although I never did tires, so I couldn't tell you, but we're gonna mount and balance tires at the same time here. I think nowadays they use this same machine for both. Oh wait, no, I take that back. I totally take that back. I'm thinking that you could do the mount and balancing on this machine here, but I think that's only balancing and then this is mounting, just like it is in the game here. Actually, we're gonna raise the car back up again. I'm gonna work on the suspension and everything to get it to a rolling chassis, because I got this feeling I'm gonna have to buy a lot of parts for the engine, because I'm gonna be upgrading this thing. So stock power wise, it says it's 302 horsepower. It's actually what my car runs in real life, but I think the Evo 10 is tuned at a 296 is the horsepower rating. I could be wrong though. I know mine's at a 286, and then when they went to this body style, they went to the they went away from the Ford G63 engine platform that they used forever, and they went with what's known as a 4B11. It's the same motor you can get in a Hyundai Sonata, basically. It's the easiest way to describe that. So we're gonna take a look here right now. We're gonna start putting some of the suspension components back together. I doubt I repaired that intercooler. Oh wow, okay, I did. Doesn't look like it needs any of the piping. Front sway bar, yeah, I don't have one of those. Steering rack, I'll need one of those. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and start getting our parts together here. So we need a front sway bar. And we need a steering rack. I used to stock up on all of these, but I'm trying to limit my parts right now, because, like I said, it's making my game running really, really slow whenever I look in the inventory. So I got to cut back on that a little bit. Still have a bunch of combined together suspension parts though, as you just saw. Got like 20 of the damn things. Looks like we're gonna need a lower suspension arm. Wearable items like this, so I usually buy a lot of. Sway bar, front end link A. Alright. Well, we might as well get that. Get 2 of those, and what did I say I needed? I think a lower sway bar, or lower something. Alright, spot. Yeah, there we go. Lower suspension arm. That was the other thing. Put that on. Oh, I hate that. One drawback to this game that I just absolutely, I mean, it bothers me, but it's not a freaking game killer to me. It's the camera. Sometimes it could get really annoying and obnoxious the way that you're like sitting because you're on a part. Oh jeez, I need some brake discs too. I'm sure I'm gonna need a few of these too. This is probably what's in the rear, and this is what's in the front, I'm assuming. There we go. And we'll put the wheel on last because I don't want to cause it to tip over or something. There's not a whole lot of weight in the car right now. It's just the body. Leave the wheel till last. Why do you keep zooming in on this? I don't care about the suspension once it's put on there. It doesn't make any sense to me. I have like an endless supply of inner tie rods and outer tie rods just because I know I'm always going to need them, so I always buy them. Same with these bushings. Hopefully, I'm planning on when I start like burning through all of these, like I start running out and I find myself having to go to the tablet more to buy stuff, I'm just gonna sell every part I have, regardless if it's good or not, and that should hopefully free up my game from all the lag that it gets from the amount of parts that I have. So I was just going in there and I was like, brake caliper cap, I'll buy 100 of those, and like brake caliper, I'll buy 100 of those. We're gonna see what this looks like with the wheel on it now. Whoops, see, I'm trying to start pattern for you guys, but the game won't allow it sometimes because of the view. Oh wow, that looks awesome. I don't know about the big ass off-road tire, but I mean it is a rally car in some respects, so it makes some sense there. Put this side on. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely paint this car white just to somewhat mimic my actual real life Evo, but we'll see if there's any liveries or anything that is pretty cool I can put on it too. Where's it? There it is. Fuel pump. On this side first. All these little bushings and things on this car, I got this feeling that they'll... luckily I had one of those. Those are usually pretty expensive. But I got this feeling that they're going to suck up a lot of my inventory of bushings that I keep. Yeah, it's like bushing here, bushing there, small rubber bushing, regular one. It should hopefully suck up a lot of it. I can sell some of them. Rear sway bar B I'm gonna need. Oh, and some springs and probably the caps too. Let's see here, rear sway bar B, that's one I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need two, oh wait, no, I think those are fine. Oh wait, no, that's right. These I need two of, and I'll need two of these because they always go on top. There we go. We'll put that one there and that one there. Oh, I forgot this. Put that on. I see here's some more bushings that I'm using. And then I forgot this sway bar that I just bought. There we go. Oh, and end link. Okay, I need to buy a rear sway bar end link. Oh, where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Probably right in my face. There it is. We'll need two of those because I'm assuming we need one on the other side. Whatever's on one side is on the other side. There we go. Finally getting down on my wheelhouse. Yep, I'm glad I brought those brake discs. That's definitely something I needed. Drive axle. Starting to get low on the rear drive axles. That's fine now. Like I said, I'm trying to get rid of a lot of this stuff. There we go. Alright, think about it. I don't know how much a modified engine stuff's gonna cost. Like, it might take me down to where I might need to do some jobs to repair cars for customers or flip something to sell it. So the way that I made all my money on the game, and I guess if you don't want to know this, I guess mute this part, but because if you don't want spoilers or cheats or anything, it's not really a cheat. It's how the game's set up and designed. So the way that I made my money is I did a lot of jobs, and then I started flipping cars after that. Only certain ones though. So like there's two types of cars on here that I just decided to invest into, and one of them tends to pay out a lot, it seems like. But you have to get the specific one is why. It's like kind of a rare car to find, and I've been lucky enough to find it a few times in the junkyard or in barns to where they're fully repaired. But if you're new to this game and you're trying to make some money from flipping cars and whatnot, the best thing I could tell you to do is you go to a barn or a junkyard. If you ever find, I think it's called a Typhoon. I want to say is the name of the car in game. I can't remember off the top of my head if that's right or not, but it's a it looks kind of like a old AC Cobra or a Shelby Cobra 429. Those things tend to bring in a good amount of revenue when you restore them and flip them. Is one of them, and then the other car is actually, there's two versions of it. It's called a, I think it's called a Reptile 2 or something like that, like a Reptile R2. Is another car that is really good at being flipped. And I'll tell you why here. The reason for that is because the R2 comes in two versions. It comes in a supercharged version and a non-supercharged version. Obviously, the supercharged version is going to be the one that pays you better because, I mean, hell, it's supercharged. Whereas a non-supercharged version isn't going to pay you as well. But the difference, though, is with all that is you get to I didn't realize I had that on me. I wonder if I have the left too. Yeah, I do, but it's broken. Ah, yeah. I was hoping I had some of those. Nope. I don't care about the bumper though, because it's got some sort of weird package. Same with that. Yeah, I don't care about that. Okay. No, that's fine. Go back to normal mode. So let's start. Actually, how do you? There's a new way to add engine crate, rotate engine crate, new engine. You can actually pick which engine you want to do. Oh, that is cool. What do we have for V6 dual overhead cam and another V6 dual overhead cam? I don't know what the difference is between the two. And a few V8s. Okay, I'm not sure what it is that you have to do. We're gonna. Oh, I have no engine to add. Okay. Well, I think I saw that it's a. Oh no, I hit inventory, so my game's gonna sit here for a second. But going back to what I was saying for the game, I guess this is the best time to talk about it. Is yeah, I would buy a reptile, like a reptile or something R2, and an R2 supercharged one. The supercharged one is the more rare one to find, but it pulls in more money. Whenever I went to the junkyard or had a barn to go check, whenever I went to go check it, if I found one of those there, I automatically bought it. No matter what miles it had on it. Because those things, after a while, when you restore so many of them, you start to just accumulate this inventory of parts. And pretty soon you're not paying for parts. You're just slapping on parts that you fixed and put on there constantly. Oh, there's suspension in here? Oh, no, there's not. There's exhaust, brakes, gearbox. I might as well get this stuff. I know I'm going to need this. Every car's got a transmission. Engine block we're looking for right now. We need a V6B, I think is what it said when I tore it down. I don't even know if they have that in here. See engine heads. Don't see engine blocks though. Not seeing a block. Okay, so let's go buy a block ourselves. The regular block here. But yeah, going back to what I was saying before, that is how I made my money that you see right here. And before I started recording this as well, I found a supercharged R2 sitting on the lot at the junkyard. I'm just gonna make sure this is the right thing. I want to say that was access from engine bay. I'm trying to do it from the engine bay. Engine block V6. Yeah, that is it. Oh, what the hell? I already have one. Why is this not letting me? Did I just buy an engine block for nothing? Wait, what does that say? Add engine into crate. What? Create new engine, rotate, rotate. Maybe because I need to do it through here. It's been a long time since I used the engine stand to do the actual engine. I'm gonna just pick V6. There's nothing different between the two other than the picture. It looks like I have no idea. I'm gonna go with that and see what it does. Oh, what a waste. I had that. Now I bought an engine block for nothing. Need a crankshaft V6B. I'm gonna be I do apologize ahead of time here. I'm probably gonna be doing this a lot. I'm gonna be looking for parts that I may or may not have. Oh, fuel pump is one of them. Well, we're gonna go yank our other fuel pump out. Fuel filters one. Fuel rail V6B. I'm sure I'll need 2 of these. Ignition coils. I'll probably need 6 of these as well. I'm just kind of looking right now, seeing what's like generic parts that are gonna be like on every single car that I'll probably need. Don't really see any intake manifolds for V6. Piston wood, yeah, I'll need these. I'll need 6 of those. Man, these parts are really expensive in here. Spark plug, yep, that'll be something I need. Throttle, that'll be something I'll need. Turbocharger, I hope I can put that on. That'd be really sweet. I doubt I can now, even though it says there's a intercooler there. Exhaust manifold, that's probably something I'll need too, even if there isn't an exhaust that like piping. There's just looks like it's just that. Camshaft, oh, that's something else I'll probably need too. A lot of this stuff doesn't say V6B. I'll need an air filter, I know that's for sure. And I'll probably need an alternator. I didn't buy one already. We'll leave that for now. Let's see here. Crankshaft. I luckily have this crankshaft still. Don't have an oil filter. Have too many alternators. I gotta scroll back. There it is. Like I said, I stocked up on a lot of parts, so I didn't have to do this. Crankshaft pulley V8. Oh, another part I gotta go look at. Crankshaft pulley V8. I'm sure that's not a thing. Yeah, I don't think so. Put that on. The pistons we know is right, and the fuel filter is as well. And while I'm thinking of fuel, let's raise the car back up, and we're gonna actually put the fuel filter on right now too, before I forget that. Let's go over here, take off the fuel pump, add a fuel pump. This is another reason why I want to sell all this stuff, all these parts, because there's so many like new parts you can put on that are upgraded stuff that I prefer to use instead. Alright, let's go ahead and mount some more parts here. Whoops, whoops, whoops. That's not the right piston. Where are they at? Oh, there they are. They're way back here. Oh, I didn't buy any piston rings. That doesn't help. Well, we'll go back to pistons in a second. We're gonna... Oh, jeez. Okay, I need a water pump. I'm gonna kind of go through this car, or this engine, and see what all I need. And then when I get to a stuck point here, I'll just grab a few parts. Oh, you bought an upgraded one. That's not. We need a water pump. Need that. Oh, I guess I could start putting the flywheel and everything together. Alright, there's not a fancy flywheel, but I know there is a fancy clutch plate. there was a fancy clutch pressure plate. Yep, there it is. This, I don't think there was a fancy one. Alright, so right now we need an oil filter, need a water pump, and we need an arm for this thing. I'm sure none of that stuff, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's, and there's no piston rings, right? Nope, there's not. Okay. Intercooler set, oh, okay. I was gonna say, do I have to yank off the intercooler now too? I didn't realize there'd be an aftermarket one. Although that would totally make sense. Let's see here. We need a water pump for a V6B. We need one of those. We need the piston rings. Where are they? Be up here somewhere. There they are. Oh, there's more now? Oh, well. Just regular ones. It's nothing fancy. It's just the V6. We got some piston rings. We need the oil filter. And I think that was everything holding us back at this current moment. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, that's right, the arm. We'll buy the arm while we're sitting here looking at it again. I'm sure there isn't a fancy one, so I'm not too worried about that. There it is. V6B. There we go. Alright, now we can start doing pistons. And I'm messing up again. I keep forgetting that there's better pistons in here now that I can put on here. Same rings though, so what are we gonna do about that? Oh, extreme close-up of the freaking engine block here. Yes, I gotta go through all of my damn pistons. I may have to just do a few side jobs. Do a few side jobs just to get all these other parts that are no longer needed out of the way. Go, and we got one more left, and then we can start capping these off. There we go. After we get the oil pan on this thing, and obviously all this being done too, we'll try to turn the motor right side up, because I don't think we're going to have to work underneath it anymore. It'll just be stuff on the top here. I think on a V6 you only have 2 of these, but it doesn't matter because I have a surplus of inventory of it. Nope, I don't have an oil pan. Might as well go buy the oil pan. I doubt that there's a aftermarket oil pan. I don't see the need for it. Unless you're really trying to squeeze everything out of it. Need an oil pan. I6. Oh wait, no, not i6. V6. V6. Let's see here. Oil pan V6B. There we go. Alright, so pretty much the bottom end of the motor is done. We're gonna rotate the motor right side up. Don't mind the floating fuel filter there. We'll address that in a sec. Engine head B. Actually, you know what? Engine head B V6. That might be something that is in here. Let's see. Engine head B, V6B. Yep. And there's probably an engine head A, V6B. Yep. There's a B, there's an A. Whoops. And of course I picked the wrong one again. And then these idle rollers I have a ton of, so we can work on them. Camshaft V6B. No, there's camshafts. Yeah, I don't know if there's that specific one. It doesn't look like there is. Okay, so no aftermarket for camshaft V6B. I have enough, or I repaired enough of them already to not need to get more. Put these on real quick. Put the spark plugs on. Oh shit! I'm putting the spark plugs on, and I'm not putting the aftermarket ones on. There we go. We're putting the spark plugs on. Alright, so now we're getting the spark plugs on. I have only the aftermarket ignition coils just because, like I said before, oh, yep, we need to buy exhaust manifold. Oh, we'll need an intake manifold. Ew, we'll need cam gears. Man, sometimes too, another thing with this game, sometimes you'll be just sitting there looking at it, and you'll just turn to the right angle to where it's blinding you from the what's it called? From the light in the shop. There it is. Get these ignition coils on. So we need camshaft bearing V6B. I doubt that's a thing that's in here. And the thermostat's probably not a thing in here either. Nope, doesn't look like it. Intake manifold for a V6B. Looking for that too. It doesn't look like that's in here. Not a whole lot of stuff for a V6. I think when I'm pretty sure the CVPI has a V8 engine in it. Pretty sure when we do that one is going to be the one that uses a lot of these parts, because I'm seeing V8 all over the place. So let's go ahead and go back to regular parts here. We'll get the get a few of the parts that I can remember off the top of my head. I'll probably have to come back in here again, but I know oops, not that one. Need 4 cam gears for V6B. Do you remember that? Camshafts were good. All of this, I think, we're good. I'm just kind of trying to quickly scroll through all this too, so you guys aren't sitting here waiting forever. Exhaust manifold V6B. I know I need 2 of those. I saw it very briefly. There they are. Need 2 of those. And let's see what else we need. No, there was something else that... Oh, the intake manifold, that's right. Intake manifold V6B, where the hell is it? It's not here. Oh, that's not what it was. I needed a... Oh, man. I'm totally drawing a blank on what I needed now. I know I needed a thermostat, so let's find that too while we're at it. Here we go. V6B. Yeah, we'll take that. I think this uses a serpentine belt too. I think that's what I yanked off of it when we were tearing it down. So we need a serpentine belt A, V6B. and a serpentine belt BV6B. Where's it at? There we go. So that's the stuff I do remember. And then there's camshaft bearings. We'll grab those while I'm thinking about it too. Camshaft bearings, where are you? I think, oh, yep, V6B, and we need 4 of those. Start getting this stuff put on here. We'll see what else we need afterwards. Intake manifold, that's the thing I was trying to remember. There we go. Put the thermostat on. Got the exhaust manifolds, that's right. I forgot I bought those too, even though there is no exhaust to this car, at least from what I saw. Maybe there is, but I think maybe usually, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Bay Area Bugs play this game, but if you have, like, there's usually a problem with the exhaust hookups with modded cars for this game. So if it doesn't have an exhaust, I'm not completely 100% surprised, because it's always hard to get stuff to connect just right to how it is in to the real life counterpart. Belt tensioner, I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of those, yeah. Ooh, timing cover C, timing cover A. Oh, wait, I do have one. Okay, I salvaged one of those at some point. Oh, totally didn't see that one. And no timing cover B. Okay, I'll have to get those. So we got that. And I think that's gonna do it for the engine. I think that put the engine together, throwing that throttle on there. We're actually gonna, oh, how do I take the engine off now? Take off engine from crate, there we go. And, oh, we need a engine, there we go, engine crane, so we can actually lower it into the engine. Or engine bay, rather, I should say. So let's go ahead and put install, and we're going to install our engine into there. Perfect. We can get rid of this, put that back where it was. I always forget to, before the fire up, putting oil in. Luckily, I haven't fired a motor up in this game yet without thinking about it afterwards, after the fact. So we got that in. I'm gonna go ahead and get under the car again. Probably, hopefully for the last time, to work on the gearbox here. I saw a separate shop, so gearbox B V6B. I saw a separate shop on the tablet here on the website that, yeah, it just says gearboxes only. So more than likely this gearbox is in here. Gearbox B V6B, was that what it was? I'm not seeing any. I know it's a V6B. There's a regular V6B. I'm totally drawing a blank, and these parts are really expensive to. Okay, it's a gearbox B. Glad I didn't go with it. Those parts are really expensive to foul up. You don't want to mess that up, especially on a car that you don't plan on selling. Put this on. Oh, we got to put the starter in. I don't think there's an aftermarket starter. I'm not too worried about that. Pass the wheel. Drive shaft. I'm not too worried about again if it's aftermarket one, because I doubt that they have one. Oh, that's totally not legit. A little separation in your drive shaft. That's probably not a good thing in real life. More than likely. Actually, to be honest, I'm really sure that it's not, but it is what it is in the game. So we got the engine in, we got all this stuff on. Oh, we need to start putting the engine bay accessories in here, like the brake servo. I have a ton of those. ABS pump, yep. And I don't remember seeing brakes in the aftermarket stuff, so I'm not too worried about that. Battery, there wasn't an aftermarket. Oh, I need to charge the battery. Well, do that while we're working on the rest of it here. So let's give the battery a good charge. Again, this thing was sitting on a junkyard. I don't know why. Then again, a lot of Evos meet their demise in a junkyard because kids don't know how to drive them. Alright, we're gonna need an air filter base. Do I need a radiator? Yep, I need a radiator A too. I'm sure, oh, I say that and then I wouldn't be sure. There's no radiators. Okay, yeah. So it's gonna be a radiator A. Where are you, radiators? Be in the R's and I was in the S. It's radiator A. I'm sure it's gonna be a fan housing. I don't know which one it's gonna be though. Leave that for now. And then I need to get the air filter stuff. If I don't have an air filter base, more than likely I don't have a cover either. I might as well buy that while we're here. I have the clips because those clips are a pain in the ass, just like real life. And I have a assortment of air filters, but I know I bought an aftermarket one for this thing. Yep, there's all the clips I have. I don't know what it is about this game with these clips. In real life, they're a pain in the ass to deal with. I hate them on my cars, on both my cars, but in this game, it's just a reminder of how I hate them. So, it is what it is, I guess. I'm gonna put the radiator on there. Radiator fan housing B. Oh, I have one. Okay. I just don't have the fans. So, glad I didn't buy one. I need the fan. That's probably one, and that's probably two. Let's see. That. Oh, come on. And that. Cool. Radiator's in now. I gotta go grab the battery, and that's gonna probably be it as far as mechanics go for this car. Let's see. I want to mount. Oh, I don't know why. This thing definitely likes to grab from the undercarriage of the car. I'm trying to get it from up here. There you go. I think that's everything mechanically. We're going to double check though, just to make sure. So, global parts conditions at 97, frames at 100, and interiors at 100 because, I mean, I did the welding and the... Oh, excuse me, the cleaning of the interior. Rear spring, rear shock absorber cap. Oh, I must have missed something on the rear suspension, so it's not done. Let's see here. One of these sides is missing something suspension-wise. And it's probably this side, more than likely. Yep. It's these little things that I always like to double check because I will miss them, which I did in this case. Get this. Even though I bought two of these too, I just totally drew the blank on it. Come on, camera, go back. There we go. Now I think the car is good. Let's see. Global parts condition 100% and global body condition 3%. Okay. So now it's time to start buying parts for this thing. It's got, like I said, it's got that on it. It's got side skirts. That's about it, I think. Oh, it's got one side skirt. God. All right, and it needs an interior too. Let's go ahead and get an interior for it. Usually they make these pretty swappable if they don't have a back seat, which this one doesn't have a back seat you have to swap out, so I'm not too worried about that. I'm gonna look for seats that look like they should be in here or look like they're pretty similar to the real thing. Same with the steering wheel as well. That's like the best looking steering wheel that doesn't say name brand on it. That's for like an Eclipse. Go with an aftermarket one. Make it look like a race. And well, it is a race car built thing. I guess I could do that in a way. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it as a race car build kind of thing. We're gonna buy one of these, and then we need to buy some racing seats. Holy shit, those Zonda seats though. They really stand out at you. Wish they had something that looked a lot like an Evo seat. This kind of does. Actually, this really does. It's kind of generic, but it kind of looks like it, so we're going to go with that. I don't know where to find the parts for this thing. We're just going to type in Evo in here and see if it's this shop for the exterior. Oh shit. There it is. Okay. And it looks like we have a few different options. I don't know what the... Oh, what the hell? I don't need all that. Well, we know we don't have doors, so we can go ahead and do that. We don't have the left side skirt, which is a fender in this case on this car. We'll buy all of this. I don't know what that front window is. What's the difference between that and that? We'll just go with that. Evo X hood. I wish it said like the name, like it told you kind of what it was. Need a rear bumper. I'll need headlights. I'm pretty sure I need mirrors. I'll need a wing. I'm not gonna do a racer wing. We'll just do a race wheel because I didn't see anything in there that I liked. And there's a lot to buy. Let me tell you. Alright. I'm going to leave that open because I don't think I bought everything. I think I missed the hood, but I'd rather not buy a second one. I'll just go back to it if I did. Oh, not photo mode. Now, this angle I'm standing at's kind of hard. Let's see. There we go. Steering wheel, we will... Oh, no, not an RX-3 wheel. We'll put this wheel... Oh, this is what it has, is an M3. Yeah, we'll just go with the race wheel. Front left seat. Oh, it uses a different seat. But I like these better. Kind of remind me of my SVT Ford Focus seats, the Recaro seats and that. We'll just leave that. We'll put it on the ground, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. So let's go ahead and start assembling the body together here. Get some doors on. Those on. Apparently the windshield had something like extra up here too if you wanted to, but luckily I didn't buy those. Oh, I didn't buy a front bumper. I'll have to do that. Fine, usually on Evos you have to buy... Oh, and I didn't buy a hood. Okay. Usually on Evos in real life anyways, because I've taken the headlights off before, you have to frickin' take the bumper off anyway, so makes sense. Put the headlights on first for the added realism here. Get this bumper on. I didn't see anything that said license plates though, so I guess this thing rolls without plates, which I'm totally okay with that. These things look so much better without a license plate. Alright, it's starting to piece together, looking like an Evo again. I don't see anything else around it. To be honest, I'm really liking red now that I look at it, but I own a white Evo, so I prefer to do a white. So we need a hood and we need a front bumper. This must be the one with the fog lights. I'll just do a stock one. This thing looks pretty much stock. That's what I wanted to go for this and the other Evo. Maybe I'll do another build later on, and I'll do like a hooked up looking one. That's not just engine hookups only. So kind of got like a sleeper car here, I guess you could say. It's got all go under the hood, and then it's got freaking nothing on the outside to as far as aerodynamics go. Car status wise, we are at 100% for this thing now. Wow. And this thing would sell for probably about 95,000 plus my little bonus, so a little over $100,000 for this Evo. We're gonna go ahead and take it to the paint shop. Where's move? There it is. Move. Paint shop. We'll take it to the paint shop here. And now the red doesn't look so red under this light, which is kind of ugly. Probably should close the door for proper painting. Factory color is red, which looks the same. Alright, there's no liveries for the thing. Not doing matte. Chameleon, no, we'll just do metallic. White should be pretty easy to do. I think it's... Change this up. Oh, wait, maybe saturation. There we go. There we go, kind of a stormtrooper look. White car, black rims. Paint that. There we go. We're gonna take it over to see here. We're gonna move it over to the dyno. I've not used this area yet, so we're gonna see how this works. So originally this car got 302 horsepower. Yep. So we're gonna do a dyno run on it and see if we can tune it, maybe even. Are you sure you want to proceed? Yep. Let's go ahead and do a dyno test on it. Yep, it starts up. Oh, it sounds amazing. Let's see what kind of readings we get here. Alright, so we are at 439 horsepower now. That is awesome. So we have gone up a good 137 horsepower with those additions to it. And it says there's a way to tune stuff. Oh, it's just the gearing. And then you could do number of gears. These things do have a 6th gear in them. I'll just do that. Let me just see how it runs with that. Actually, now that I think about it, I think the GSR has 5 gears and the MR has 6 gears, just like the Evo 9s, the Evo 8s. So it looks like it's running exactly the same. I'm not too worried about that. I'll just leave it as it is. We're gonna move the car out here to the entrance. There we go. Oh man, I wonder if you can actually sit on the right side and start it up though. 'Cause this game doesn't recognize right-hand drive, I'm sure. Well, start it up. And it sounds nice. I'm gonna go drive it right now. Go to the speed track. See how fast it is. Oh geez, not one of my buckets that I still gotta work on. So just FYI again, if you don't have this game, there's no wheel or controller set up for it. That's not made for those accessories, so you have to do it by keyboard and mouse. I am terrible at keyboard and mouse when it comes to driving, so this will probably go really horribly bad. But we'll take a look here and see. That's cool. You actually sit on the right side too, like you should. So we're gonna go here. There we go. Nice launch. Just want to see what it tops out at. gonna crash it. Oh my god, that was horrible. Jeez. That was 0 to 50 in 1 second. What? Oh, 0 kilometers an hour. That's why. Okay, I'm looking at it thinking to myself that's miles per hour. I'm like, that's totally not legit at all. Oh man, this car looks amazing. That's a great looking Evo 10. Only they weren't so computer happy. I would have considered getting rid of my Evo 9 for one, but I prefer my Evo 9's look over the 10. But anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. Let me know down in the comments below what you thought of the game and if you'd like to see more of it. Again, this is one that I truly do love playing. So even if nobody likes it or if it doesn't do very well on the channel, I will probably continue to play it regardless. I just won't record it or anything. But yeah, thanks again for watching if you're new to the channel. And again, if you did like this episode, please hit that like button down below. I'd greatly appreciate it. As well as if you're new to the channel and you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below. It's another way to let me know that you like the episode and that you'd like to see more content from me. But other than that, guys, thanks again for watching and have yourself a great rest of the day.